Hey guys, it's Shawn Ziem, the host for the Webtalk Legends Podcast. We are doing these consistently this year to make sure that we're providing you value, sharing your stories, sharing what you're doing so that we can help others. That's the goal, is helping others. And if you are one that's watching us, don't forget to hit hashtag live, hashtag on the replay, and also drop a comment where you're watching us from. And don't forget, hit that button so we can have more people seeing and sharing this valuable content that we're providing for you. So let me bring on a special guest tonight. We're going to have and speak with Scott Gerrard. What's up, man?
How you going? Yeah, not much, not too much. Just
Thanks for joining. I know you are known in the Web Talk Legends, you're in the Web Talk platform, but we're going to get personal today. We're going to go into some details and show what we're up to, what you're creating, what we're providing, and it's important that people understand and see a face with who they see online. That's what people forget a lot of times. They like to hide behind the, you know, posts and the engagement and things, but putting yourself out there is a tough thing for a lot of people. But you're not afraid to do that. You provide a lot of value for a long time now. But Scott, let's go into this. And I always ask people, who are you and what do you do?
um, I don't really know who I am, but I know what I do, and that's kind of try and help as many people as I possibly can, and try and shift the mindset of what it currently is online to more of a value giving kind of mindset. So I'm very big in web talk, like big on web talk. I believe in the platform. I think it's a very good solid structure to build something on, and that's where I tend to help. So I know that that's a good, safe, solid structure. So I try and help as much as I can people build inside web talk and build themselves. So that's what it's all about, like build yourself, amplify who you are. I've actually got that on my profile, amplify who you already are. So yeah.
Uh, you have to create your own personal brand, no matter what that is. Everyone's like, "Oh, I work for a certain company or I do a certain thing," but no, people want to talk to you and know, like, and trust you before they can buy something from you or you're going to sell them something. If it's just something that you're just randomly putting stuff out there, you want people to know what you're doing, who you are, your hobbies, your if you're around, the likes and dislikes, maybe if you have family. These are important things that we have to make sure we're aware of, and having that value is key, and using it for helping others. Deanna's on right now. I want to shout out to Deanna. We have Margarita. She says, Scott, nice to be on with all the leaders on Web Talk Legends. Thanks so much, Margarita, for joining us. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button, hit the share button. We want to help, like we always say, as many people as possible. This is a global show. This is not just, hey, I'm in New Jersey, guys. I'm in New Jersey in the USA. And Scott, where are you?
In Australia. Yeah.
Guys, look at this.
A whole different day.
It's insane. He's ahead of us. I am at Thursday on the 17th, St. Patty's Day, where I had my corned beef. It's 8:33 p.m. here, Eastern Standard Time, and it's in the morning, Friday by you, right?
Yeah, 11:30 a.m. So we're ahead a full day, almost a full day.
Almost
Couple
a
hours.
full day, and we have Deanna from Puerto Rico joining us. So it's a phenomenal way to communicate and provide that value and giving people things to learn. That's the key thing, is to learn, to educate, and not be afraid to try different things. Just recently, you've done video, right? But you're always doing with sharing your screen. But now you're doing things that you're talking about a topic. How has that affected you? Was
Um,
that difficult?
yeah, it's very difficult, especially because everyone on any kind of topic, everyone has their own perspective. So no matter who you're talking to, you've got a different perspective to that person. So when I start getting like personal into a topic, I really get understood a lot unless I explain in detail what I'm actually talking about, because I get it, and that's something that I suppose I'm working with, and that's just getting better. I think by doing this new series, it's kind of helping me get better at explaining myself. So
Yep.
it's going to not only show everyone my perspective, but it's also going to help me grow in a way to be able to share and explain myself and really get my message out to the world without the confusion behind it, kind of thing. So a lot of people like to talk, but they talk from a whole different perspective, and yeah, it's really challenging, but it's going great. So it's getting a lot of engagement, surprisingly. Like the first one I had up, and it just blew up. Like the amount of comments, the amount of views I got on it within that first day. So I will keep going with it, and yeah, just improve myself and being able to get myself out there.
No, I agree. And I started doing video in that type of way and providing value probably back in 2018. And I was doing one video a week. And then I was doing one every couple of days. And it was like then very consistent. And early on, and I just did a video I just dropped in a short on YouTube. What's up, Aid? What's going on, man? With consistency, you start learning and you're persistent. And I was doing it for a period of time for like 6 months. And my wife's like, what are you doing all this video for? Are you getting paid for it yet? And I'm like, no, but I'm building my brand. So it takes time to do that. And it's not something you just start doing today and you're going to get all these leads if you're doing it for lead generation. You have to do things for the future. You're planting seeds for 90 days, 60 days, 6 months down the road. And I'm curious on a lot of us that were joining Webtalk, what made you start doing things specific to Webtalk and helping others? Because a lot of people are very selfish. You know, when you first started with Webtalk, it's a new platform. What made you go above and beyond and like put some of the tips and tricks that you use? Now you're helping others. People don't normally do that.
Yeah, so with Webtalk, from the start when I looked into it, because I've always had the same end goal. My end goal hasn't changed, like what I plan to build in the end. But I use Webtalk as kind of like a stepping stone. But the social media, it's like a sorting machine. So Webtalk is literally like a sorting machine, sorts those who I need to connect with from those that would have just wasted my time. And the way I see this is because I don't know, it's hard to explain, but just picture two fields. So like two fields of sheep. One field's got no sheep, but it's just a big dirt paddock, but they've sowed a lot of seed in it. Now, in this other field of sheep, then let's just say this is Instagram. These sheep are already in the green yard, but this one over here, it's just dead. It's just nothing's kind of taken off. And you'll always get the sheep come over to it. And many are standing at the fence. Many are literally checking on their Webtalk, checking in to see what's going on. They're standing on the fence, looking over to wait for the green crop to come up. But many venture into Webtalk. And then the ones that kind of got no vision or they need to follow, they'll kind of come back to the herd. But some will stay. So many will actually stay. And those are the ones that I find really valuable. So my network is not so much big, but it's those sheep that see something and can follow themselves. And the reason why it does this is because of the algorithms and AI. People are so used to being over here in this, what they think is a green field, because they get told what to do. So they're programmed to follow. Like you can scroll your feed in an Instagram and it's going to tell you what to look at. It is literally going to show you what to look at, tell you what to look at. It is easy for anyone to do. It is just so easy. And most people will spend all day scrolling an Instagram feed or a TikTok feed, but you will not do that on Webtalk because you've got to think for yourself. You've got to choose who to follow. You've got to choose who to engage with. There's nothing telling you what to do. So many people don't stay because they need that authority telling them what to do. So
it's like a hamster wheel. It's a hamster wheel. They just keep going and going and going. And then, oh, this is cool. And then they go away and then they come back. So, hey, we have Michael. Oh, we have Jane is joining us. She's on her hubby's link. And Aid was saying, so important to have vision to be a legend. And that's very, very true. And we have Deanna. Wow, never really looked at it like that before. Thanks, Scott. Yeah, she's doing some big things with YouTube, and YouTube is a powerful opportunity for those that want to provide value. And then you have Webtalk that will get you out to the platforms, Webtalk, Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, and you can put all your content out to the masses with your YouTube. And it's important to utilize that across the board. So we appreciate all of you joining us and dropping comments. Keep them coming. If you have questions, let us know. Drop them in the comments below. So you're an entrepreneur. So yesterday we tried, and technology can be horrendous, right? We tried, but we're persistent. We said we couldn't do it yesterday. We made it happen today. It's important that if you fail, you have things that mess up, you have to continue moving on. And I was talking with Deanna today, actually, and how the motivation that people lack. Well, how do you stay motivated to continue taking things to the higher levels?
I'm different. The problems motivate me. So the way things are already in online, in the world in general, I see a lot of things that I think could improve, and that kind of motivate, like that's enough to make people get down and depressed and that sort of stuff. But it motivates me. It's like, well, if there's so much problems here in that area, and you come here in that area, you can really stand out. Like if you fix those problems. So I follow what's going on in the world. So all those viral topics that come up and people like out talking about and boasting about, I don't talk about it, but I'm watching. So I'm really, really always watching, and I try to think, what can I do to do that? And then once I've got that idea in my head, I kind of put it in my action plan. So as I said before, my goal has always been the same. My goal is like the roof. Okay, so it's something I'm building up to. So I've got to start from the ground, build up, and put the ceiling on. But their goal is always the same. But as I find another problem, it really motivates me. I see the pain, I see the suffer in others, and I want to take that away from them somehow. And I'll put that in my stepping stones, like in the structure of the house I'm building. So it's pretty hard to explain how it keeps me motivated, because it kind of doesn't. I've got to push myself to do it. So I'm very rarely motivated to do something. I'm kind of pushing myself to do it because I know it needs to be done. If that makes sense. So it's like,
I think it's your inner fire. That's your passion to help. You have so much passion to help others. That's what continues to keep you motivated for life. So you have those days, oh, I don't want to work today. But you have this, you keep that in your mind. I need to help people today. You're going to get after it, the same thing continuously. We have Jan was saying, geared up internally to find a solution. Yeah, you definitely always have to find. I always say that. I want to be a solution to your problem. So you don't really sell. Like I have an insurance business. So I'm not always going to talk to somebody about insurance. I want to hear what some of the pain problems that they might have. And if I can help them, I can recommend somebody, I can connect them with someone, I can teach them something. That's where we can grow, when not just always sell our service and our product.
Well, actually, now that we mention it, Webtalk Legends is literally everyone's problem that they've complained about in Webtalk. All I've done is I've taken that problem and I've fixed it, but in my own platform, because obviously like RJ and their team busy, they're not going to be able to do everything, but I can leverage their problems to get myself noticed and to build my brand and to get seen. So the way I see it is like with Webtalk and my end goal. So I've got Webtalk. I see Webtalk like a house on a hill. I see every other platform like big sand hill. Okay, so you could build a house on that big sand hill that's already there, like Instagram and all of that. But one day that sand will blow away, and I personally believe that because of the amount of control that they have. If you watch the viral topics online, it can be like a war, it can be BLM, it can be Trump, it can be Biden, all this sort of thing. And it causes the people to come together. Like, it doesn't matter what side you're on, it really shows the power of the people. And if there's that much power of the people where they come together in such a mass against a certain agenda or person or something, could you only imagine what is going to happen to Facebook and Instagram and TikTok if the people come together and realize what them platforms are actually doing to everybody? Like it's not a matter of will it happen, it's more when it's going to happen. But I see Webtalk doesn't implement that on people yet, and I hope they never do. I hope they never sign their soul, I believe. I hope they never put that algorithm in, even though it's a slow process. I hope they never go in, get their funding off someone that's going to take control, even though self-funding is the slow process, because it might be the slow process, but it's building on a rock. So what I've done is I've drilled down into this rock structure and then laid my peers. And that is Webtalk Legends. They're my peers inside the rock platform. Then on top of that is a new platform that we're building. That's Learn with Legends. Okay, Learn with Legends is something that we're building, and that's kind of laying the slab. And then I've got all of these other ideas and all in my plan to build the walls. And then my final end goal is the roof. And that roof is what I believe the world needs. It's something that I've, over the years, accumulated, I've got like a Word document and stuff, USB, and I continuously put my ideas and the action plan in place. And I've been doing that for years, but now I've found the rocky hill, then I'm building on the rocky hill, and I've laid my foundations, and now I'm about to lay the slab. Like in July, we're hoping to lay the slab. So yeah, it's
exciting. It's a very exciting time. Aid says he loves the shirts. I want to get one like Scott's. Yeah, we're gonna definitely. We got some T-shirts. We got the hats. We got the polo. It's definitely a wonderful time. And for whatever people are selling out there, you should have a brand. You should wear your brand wherever you're going, because you are your brand. It's not the company you work for, but you can share. And it's a simple thing when you're out in public doing your thing. Webtalk Legends is on fire, Deanna says. And it is definitely, a couple over things in there. And I want to give major props to Scott, because I followed the 1,000 followers for Webtalk. I have over 1,000 now, guys. So it's something that you implement. And the important thing is implementing and taking action. If you follow the simple steps, it is easy because it just takes a little time. I also have been growing other things, following what the challenges that are in the Webtalk Legends. If you follow, the work is done for you. But people like to complain. Things are not being done, or you are not getting the results immediately. They want it, it takes a little bit of time. They want that immediate satisfaction. You have to work at it, guys, and it will take some time. Can you talk about some of the challenges that we have in the Webtalk Legends?
Yeah, so exactly. I've taken bits and pieces of other platforms. Like the challenge itself, was built from Instagram training. So I went through some Instagram training. I brought a training course, did the training course to see what's in it. And all I've done is I've put that same training inside a challenge, but I've made it so simple that it literally takes 15 minutes a day. Now, me personally, I'm not too fussed on having to grow. I'm more fussed on having good connections and good network. But many people do want to grow a following. So it wasn't built for me. It was built for those people. And like you said, it does take consistency, and many people just don't stay consistent to see the results. It's like if you was to start at the gym and you work out one day, you're not going to have muscles. You could work out a week. And then there's another thing when it comes to, I did a video on this, the leadership mind frame.
Yep.
A lot of people tend to follow. So someone will come in and be doing the challenge, great, whatever, I'm doing it. But the thing is, I'm like a gym person that I might miss a day at the gym one week, but I go back the next week.
Yes.
And people will stop doing it because I've stopped doing it, not realizing my goals aren't the same as theirs, and then they'll give up. So they'll just completely stop. They don't just have that one day off, they completely stop. And with the challenges, so there's an income challenge. Now, the income challenge, I put that together literally because Webtalk, I've been through many multi-level marketing platforms. I've been through high-ticket platforms, everything. And one thing Webtalk does stand out to me is it's got so much more value inside the Webtalk platform than any, and I mean any other money-making opportunity out there. The only difference is they don't have someone consistently selling Webtalk to you. They don't have someone consistently keeping you fired up, giving you empty promises. They don't have that. So I've put that challenge together to show the possibility of you can actually make decent money on this platform, even though you're not there for that. There is that opportunity to make decent money. And it has, like, Webtalk literally has more than most other platforms. And the stuff it doesn't have, the stuff Webtalk doesn't have yet, Webtalk Legends has that for you. So it's really just showing people the possibilities, showing that it is possible, because it's a lot easier to see something when it's in front of your face, but when it's not there yet, it's not so hard to see. So I think it's kind of important to point that out. And the challenges are for that, to point it out. Hang on, it's like, it's here. You've got the opportunity to do it. You're just one of the first people, so obviously you're not going to get seen. Like PewDiePie on YouTube, for an example, he's like the biggest YouTuber now, I think. But when he started YouTube, there was no big YouTubers. Like, he had to see that yourself. But if you could go back in time, what would you do? You'd start a YouTube channel, because being early is one of those things. A lot of people don't see it yet with Webtalk, but being early is one of those things. And yeah, unless you want Webtalk to sell their soul and go down the same road as everyone else and sort of add to the problems in the world with a trending page and all this sort of stuff where people just get dumbed down by watching, it's going to take that time to build for them, because it's all self-funded, and it's got to stay that way if they want control. So that's why I'm really, so I made the challenge, help support Webtalk and help others utilize Webtalk. So
it's all done for you, and you just follow, copy and paste, and just be consistent. You said something that was very, very, very important that people have to understand. You spent money on a course, and you said it was an Instagram course. Yeah. People say, wait, why would you spend money to learn something? Which is mind-boggling to me. You have to always be learning. You have to spend some kind of money to get some kind of education if you don't know what it is, or you got to read books, you got to have a mentor, you have to do something. But Scott didn't know or wanted to learn something, and he bought a course and implemented it in his own way. And that's what you can do, guys. You don't have to just sit there and think you know everything, when in reality, we could always be learning. Personal development is very, very important. And Deanna just said it, invest in yourself. You have to do that. If you don't, are not willing to do that, you're not going to be able to grow. So personal development is key. And I always talk about reading. Read 10 pages a day. That'll give you so much value in your life. You are your greatest investment, Deanna says. Yeah. I definitely agree. Definitely agree. And with that personal development, that allows you to continue moving when you have those down days. And it goes back to what we talked about early. But what are some other things that you enjoy? Are you a book reader, or are you a podcast or a video watcher? What are some of the ways that you kill some time if you want to kill some time?
I used to listen to a lot of like audiobooks, and I used to watch a lot of videos. Now, reading is not, it's anything to do with words, big words. I can't do it. I need someone to simplify it for me. But so reading's not sort of my thing. And the motivation sort of area online was my thing at one stage, but I kind of dug in deep. So I learned, I do believe everyone needs that person to follow. And a lot of people, they'll follow someone like, I don't know, who's someone famous.
You get Gary V out there, Yeah,
it's Gary V. Or
Grant Cardone. Yeah.
Grant Cardone, yep. And there's another guy, what's his name? He's got a real deep voice and he's real tall.
You have Tony Robbins.
Yeah, him. And so I looked into those people, and all I do is I find what they say. I get a catchphrase, and I recommend anyone do this, because they were also inspired once before as well. Okay, so everything sort of gets passed down the line, but it's going to change that bit. Now, if you like the size of a network, Gary V or Grant Cardone and all that, have a look who inspired them, and you can find out who inspired them by simply getting a phrase, a catchphrase that they use all the time or say all the time, and put it in Google. Just literally put it in Google, and it'll show you who said it. And one person that I do look into a lot, and that's a lot of the wisdom from Jesus. So Christians know who I'm talking about, and most people know who I'm talking about. And majority of those phrases you put in Google from those big influencers come from him directly. So in my spare time, I do actually watch a few clips from just sayings that Jesus said and that sort of thing, and I'll break them down and work out what was he trying to, like, what was the message here? Because a lot of people, when it comes to me, for an example, I can say something and people only take a section. They don't take all of it. They just take that section that's going to benefit them. So what if you get if you have all the sections from me, you'd be able to have what I have, kind of thing, but people only take a little part. Okay, so no one ever gets the full perspective of a person, and no one ever has. And that's why everything changes in time. But yeah, so I try and backtrack and really dig into what people say. So yeah.
No, it's something that's so key. A lot of people, and this is for those that are YouTubers that are interested in dropping content consistently somewhere, start reading books, start listening to videos, or listening to podcasts, and taking the important facts, important things you learned, and do a video about it, do a post about it, and you're providing value. And it's something that nobody likes to read anymore. It's crazy. Talk to kids today, they don't want to read, they want to watch video games, watch movies. So if you do take some time and read, and you read some of the classics, if you're reading the motivation stuff or business, and do short videos. Use the shorts on YouTube. It's the new, hey, this is something I think might be working for me. In YouTube, I hit search and I typed in Webtalk. And I have my own little videos I've done in the past, which are falling off for some reason. But the shorts I just did 3 shorts in the last week. 3 shorts I've dropped, and they're in the first page when I type Webtalk. That's huge. That's something that people are not utilizing. And hey, I'm not afraid to share. This is something that if you want to start doing it, you should start doing it for whatever segment that you're focused on.
And what you just said too it's key as well. Like you said, not only listen to it, but talk about what you just listened to. And that is literally, anyone you listen to, that is all they are doing. Like them ideas weren't theirs. What they said, it wasn't theirs. It come from someone before them. All they've done is talked about the exact same subject, that's exact same topic. They've just talked about it and gave their perspective to provide the value from someone else. So you're literally, by talking about what you learn, you are doing the exact same thing as those big influencers that you look up to and wish to one day be.
And you can become that. Is that something that I want to do? I don't know, but it's something that I've gotten better by doing these videos. I've done probably over 1,000 now, just live ones. And it's something that I feel comfortable. I feel confident, but I wasn't in the beginning. And that's what people don't realize. Like, oh, Shawn, you make it look easy. Oh, you can do this forever. It took a lot of work, and I failed, but I continued doing it. And the more that you practice, you get yourself better. And yes, the inspiration that you get from others, Jesus or any other mentors you might have, that's a huge thing to do. And I'm always talking about, and we have a lot of engagement from Marlon. We appreciate Deanna, Margarita. You guys are awesome. It's important to always be consistent with that message. And the more that you're putting out there, the inspiration, this is what I wanted to go with. I have a little tagline. I want to help, motivate, and inspire. I find that if I can help you, I can motivate you. And if I can do it, you can do it. And people say, oh, you must have so much time on your hands. I'm a full-time teacher. I have an insurance brokerage. I am a union president for the school I'm at. I'm married. I have 3 kids, 3 girls. I'm a girl dad. I used to coach baseball, and I still have time to do what I do.
That's a justification thing. So a lot of people, they don't like what they do with themselves. So subconsciously, they'll justify it by giving someone else a strength. But really, we've all got the same time in the day. So if I don't do something, I'm never going to say you had more time. Oh, I'm never going to say, oh, you had more money. It's a subconscious justification for himself for doing lack compared to someone else. But with you, I've been inspired. I've actually done a few more things and picked up my game just by having you in my life. So it definitely helps to put yourself out there, even if you think there's no value. And the way you do it, Shawn, you really push me.
No,
So
I saw it. You did the fitness one the other day, and you've been pushing me to do things that I never thought about. Because I don't know, like affiliate marketing, network marketing. A lot of people have a bad taste in their mouth, but I've been collaborating with you. I've collaborated and spoken with Marlon. I've spoken to Aid. And it's a good thing, guys. Whoever's watching us, it's something you can earn an income by working online. So you definitely have to understand what you're getting yourself into as well. Deanna, no excuses. Yes, busy people, get on with it. Yeah, and we have to make sure we follow that. I know we're running to the end of our conversation, but I want to have you leave with us as far as some interesting things that are coming up that people need to know about. Webtalk Legends, if you want to talk about the Patreon, let's go.
Yes, I will plug the Patreon and Learn with Legends. So we've built Webtalk Legends, okay, and as I said, that was the foundations that we've drilled into the rock. The rock was Webtalk. So we've leveraged Webtalk to build Webtalk Legends, to gain the support, to gain the trust, to gain all this value and help each other as a community. The next thing that we're building, it's called Learn with Legends. Now, Learn with Legends is a way, so there's more than just that coming. There's the amount of goals and plans I've got. For example, Webtalk Legends is now making an income. It's not much income yet, but it's going to increase in time as it grows. Learn with Legends is going to be a payment structure platform where it's designed to pay out any revenue that we create, kind of like Webtalk, but a bit different. We've got a platform on a platform, and it's going to share back the revenue, but it's pretty expensive to get the technology and all that sort of stuff to do that, integrate PayPal and integrate other payment methods. It's actually costing a lot of money right now. And the Patreons is to help cover that cost. And obviously, like you know, Shawn, there's a lot of value for the Patreons that a lot of others do not get. And there's a lot more value coming on the launch. Now, we're hoping to have it launched by about July if we can. And that way, everyone that's a supporter, because I don't see this channel here or anything Webtalk Legends as mine or my team's. I see it as everybody and anybody that wishes to come in. And I want to share the revenue back. Like, I want to grow it as a group, share it as a group, and build together. So that's what the Patreons is for. It's mainly to get the support up until July to help cover some of the costs. And obviously, there's a lot of perks in there that I won't get too much in detail. But yeah, and then yeah, once we've got that slab down, we'll begin building the walls, which the patrons are actually going to know what the walls are this Sunday with our private Zoom. So we've got a private Zoom every week with the Patreons. It was every fortnight, but people want more, so we're going to go every week. And yeah, so you got all this insider information, and yeah, it's pretty much just to share back. So it's all about giving, it's all about helping, it's all about growing as a community. That's why before I used to have amplify who you already are on my profile. It used to be rising together, because that's what I see we're doing, and I think that's what the world kind of needs to shift to. Instead of so much me, it's got to be more us, and that's, we're trying to lead by example. So yeah, but we've got to also top Webtalk Legends. If you have a look at Webtalk Legends, you can go in and pretty much download training for podcasts. You can download training for most other platforms. So the platforms you're already on, if you actually look in Webtalk Legends, it's got training to grow on them as well, because it's not just about Webtalk. It's about you. It's about who you are, and that's what Webtalk Legends is. It's to work on you. And we've got to top that now. So there is so much value in Webtalk Legends. The next platform, we've got to top Webtalk Legends, and that's not an easy task, but it's going to be done. So yeah, I think that's.
And for those that are watching and are not part of the Patreon, you have to go to webtalklegends.com. And on that first page, you got to make sure you click on the Patreon, and then you fill out and get on board. Thanks, guys, so much for the value. We appreciate you. I want to challenge everyone that's still with us right now. And I want to challenge everybody. Every time you do something online or even in person, I always never thought about selfies and how powerful selfies are. But this is some value for those that are out there. If you take a selfie, you actually met that person. If in person you are face to face with someone, you selfie with them. because I could say I was with Scott, but oh yeah, you never were with Scott. But if I have a selfie, you do. And I do this even online. So if everyone has their camera open on their phone, if they're hopefully they're on their computer watching us. If not, hey, I get it. But I'm gonna do a little selfie that can catch us that we're on.
All right.
And I'm gonna do a post, and I want everyone to drop those selfies in there so that people can see we are all real people, that we're all doing this together, and that it will prove we actually were together.
I can't really see the screen, but I got one.
Yeah, it comes together. And it's just another area or way to show content that you're doing things throughout your day. Do a quick selfie. And I'm like, I never knew how powerful that was. And I've been doing selfies, and I thought it was just a girl thing, but it isn't just a girl thing. It's good for business if you're in the business world. And if you're meeting people, if you're doing Zooms or in person, always do a screenshot, a picture of the screen. That's powerful as well. And oh, William Caldwell, what's up, William? He's watching, and he's, what does it say? Watching on the flat screen. There we go. And but we appreciate everyone tuning in. Please, please, please hit that share button. Drop it on Webtalk. Drop it on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. What other? TikTok? I don't know. I haven't. Deanna, try it on TikTok. Throw this on TikTok, Deanna, if you could. Because I don't have TikTok yet, but it'll be something to get onto that platform as well. But anything final you want to share, Scott, for everybody?
No, that's it. Just work on you, what we've been talking, and just build yourself. And get inspired and share what you're inspired by, because that's everyone that inspires you. Like we'll say before, that's all they do. They just get inspired and then they share it. And the one before that did the same thing. The one before that did the same thing. And if you can, trace it back to the original source, because everything Tony Robbins says came from someone. Anything someone says came from someone else. You can find some pretty valuable, wise people if you start looking up the history of where others got motivated from and just work your way back. You'll find a lot of value.
Dude, if somebody watched this video and they didn't get value, they should just go back to sleep, because they're never going to get value. They're nothing's going to ever affect them. But we appreciate everybody. We have Aid says hi to Bill. Let's see, Jen. Oh, my internet is down. I'm on the phone data. Thanks. We're always providing those tips, and we thank everyone for tuning in. And Scott, I will talk to you later. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day.
Thank you, everyone. See you next one.